Defoe, Robinson Crusoe, Part 127. As I had done that before, which I had brought from our own ship, but it was a great pity, as I said, that the other part of this ship had not come to my share, for I am satisfied I might have loaded my canae several times over with money, and thought I, if I ever escape to England, it might lie here safe enough till I come again and fetch it. Chapter 19. A Dream Realized. Having now brought all my things on shore and secured them, I went back to my boat and rowed or paddled her along the shore to her old harbour, where I laid her up and made the best of my way to my old habitation, where I found everything safe and quiet. I began now to repose myself, live after my old fashion, and take care of my family affairs. And for a while I lived easy enough, only that I was more vigilant than I used to be, looked out oftener, and did not go abroad so much. And if at any time I did stir with any freedom, it was always to the east part of the island, where I was pretty well satisfied the savages never came, and where I could go without so many precautions and such a load of arms and ammunition as I always carried with me if I went the other way. I lived in this condition near 2 years more, but my unlucky head, that was always to let me know it was born to make my body miserable. Was all these 2 years filled with projects and designs how, if it were possible, I might get away from this island? For sometimes I was for making another voyage to the wreck, though my reason told me that there was nothing left there worth the hazard of my voyage, sometimes for a ramble one way, sometimes another, and I believe verily, if I had had the boat that I went from Sally in, I should have ventured to sea bound anywhere I knew not whither. I have been in all my circumstances a memento to those who are touched with the general plague of mankind, whence for aught I know one half of their miseries flow. I mean that of not being satisfied with the station wherein God and nature hath placed them, for not to look back upon my primitive condition and the excellent advice of my father, the opposition to which was, as I may call it, my original sin. My subsequent mistakes of the same kind had been the means of my coming into this miserable condition, for had that Providence which so happily seated me at the Brazils as a plenty blessed me with confident desires, and I could have been contented to have gone on gradually, I might have been by this time, I mean in the time of my being in this island, one of the most considerable planters in the Brazils, nay, I am persuaded that by the improvements I had made in that little time I lived there, and the increase I should probably have made if I had remained, I might have been worth 100,000 moidores. And what business had I to leave a settled fortune, a well-stocked plantation, improving and increasing, to turn supercargo to Guinea, to fetch negroes when Patience and time would have so increased our stock at home that we could have bought them at our own door from those whose business it was to fetch.